because there's a lot of stuff. Hey friends, welcome. Today's video is a thrift with me. I'm gonna show you one of my favorite ways to get secondhand online. I actually do this a lot, and it's through apps. It's a good option if you really don't need much more in your closet and you're wanting to be picky and you have specific ideas of the holes you're wanting to fill. I don't impulse buy nearly as much when I'm shopping on these apps rather than in a store. I love thrifting in a store, but those are more often my regret purchases, honestly, because they're impulsive and I can't believe what a great find it is, even if it isn't a good fit for me. So I try to minimize that as much as possible by also looking for things online. Can't get it for quite as cheap, so there's that downside for sure, and you're paying for shipping. And dealing with sellers can be kind of annoying, and then there's obviously a wait time built into it, so you're not gonna get to see the stuff I buy today. We will do a second video for the haul later once I've received everything in the mail. But I really love secondhand this way because it has more control, and I'm gonna share some of the methods to my madness. And let's be honest, I'm not feeling brave enough to take you guys in the store with me yet. I don't know how to get over the awkwardness of talking to myself while shopping and other people are around, so this is a great alternative in the meantime while I,
nerves of steel.
So I'm gonna share first what I'm looking for today. I just did a big closet clean out. If you haven't seen that video, the link is in the description, and I have a stack of stuff that I really like the idea of, but it doesn't fit right or something, so I'm looking to replace this stuff. So let's go through the stack. First is a vintage dress. I love this color. I love that it's vintage. It was pretty much a maxi length, so I'm going to be looking for something like this again. It just didn't fit very well. This is a really simple one, but I want to find a red beanie that doesn't have this much stretch. Isn't that weird? It's too lightweight and too stretchy, and it just didn't stay on my head. I'd also love to find some more mustard tops. This one's a tank. It doesn't have to necessarily be a tank, but something short sleeve in this beautiful color. Also looking to replace this tank. If I can find the exact same one in a size that fits me, that would be great. I love the print on this, it's just super fun. So kind of like a novelty tank, I guess, if I can't find that exact thing. This is the equivalent of what I was using as a sweater vest, but I liked that it was thinner in the shoulders because I don't think those super wide ones look great on me. So I will look for a white sweater vest. I would love to find a pair of trousers that has a light blue larger check for spring. This pair is perfectly fine. It's just they were originally pajamas, intended to be pajamas, and I know that when I wear them, so I feel like I'm being sloppy. It's like a psychological thing. I love this pair of pants, but it just doesn't fit me well. The thighs are weirdly tight, so I would love to find a different pair of red gingham. These are two of the same kind of thing. I love, love, love this color, but these pants don't fit very well. So I want to find other pants in the same really warm golden color. Last but not least, I love this color too, but these didn't fit me well. I have found at the thrift a pair of Kelly green pants that I could dye to be more of this vibrant forest color, but if I can avoid having to dye those, because I'm not super familiar with over dyeing. I did dye these myself using Rit dye, but they were white to start with, and over dyeing makes me a little nervous because I'm not totally sure of the formula that I should be using. So if I could find this color pant without having to dye the other pair, that would be great, but we'll see. So that is everything that I'm looking for today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to probably not film all of it. It's probably going to take a while, but I'm going to film some of me searching just so you can kind of get an idea of the way that I do it. I'm going to show you a few of the apps that I use. I'll list them off now. Poshmark for sure, Depop, but I'm having to do it on my iPad so that I can film on my phone right now, and it kicked me off of my iPad and they're not letting me back on. So I'm not going to be able to show that today, but that is one that I like to use a lot also. It's possible we'll be opening Mercari, ThredUp, Etsy, and eBay as well, depending on how much luck I'm having. Those are kind of like my secondary choices though. You can get some really great deals on ones like Mercari, but they're just not as easy to use, or they're more like niche, like Etsy. I would be looking only for vintage stuff, that kind of thing. So let's get to it, shall we? Okay, I just was filming for a minute without filming. Whoops. So let's look at the red gingham pant first, because I think that's the one that I'm most like sad that I don't have functional in my closet right now, especially for like spring and summer coming up. I would love to have that. So looking at this right now, I've found a really cute, what seems to be like maybe vintage stretchy pair, but they're cropped, so I'm gonna have to probably, it looks like someone's already asked about it and then they didn't reply, so that's a bad sign. That's something to think about. If you're noticing that the seller isn't replying to stuff, then they're probably not gonna be a great seller. They might not ship it to you, they might just ghost you. That does happen. These are only $12 though, so I will look into that. I'm gonna save them. And then also found this pair, but this looks like a flannel, and I can't tell how high the waist is. And I feel like they're pajama-y too. So maybe on that, but I like the other pair better. Still not perfectly ideal though, so I'm gonna keep looking. Always look down here at the suggestions too, like here's something. I don't like Shein at all, but I'm just gonna look. Yeah, it doesn't appear there's any stretch in those, and that's probably too small for me. Let's have a looky-loo, shall we? Just look for red gingham. I do not like the boutique ones, so I always just pick closet on here. I make sure that it's my size. For some reason lately it keeps putting kids stuff in here, so I'm gonna make sure that I've got it only on women. Okay, so this is the same pair that I have, and I'm gonna probably see this on here a lot, and I'm gonna be like, ooh, and then realize that it's not what I want because I already have it and it doesn't fit. And I wouldn't go a size up because the waist does fit. So if I sized up for my thighs, then the waist wouldn't fit, and then that defeats the point. What about this? That looks like it's pink. Yeah, I don't want pink. Okay, I'm obsessed with these, but I'm not gonna spend $82, but like, how cute are those vintage ones? Oh my god. That's cute. I'm gonna save this one. I'm gonna think about it. This is a little bit too grandma, I think. So let's look at a different app. I'm gonna pick Mercari next. Do a weird thing on Mercari where they show you stuff that already sold, which is very annoying, and I don't understand why they do that. I guess you can click it and then see other stuff that's similar, but I've never found that that feature is super helpful. So I'm gonna look for sale. Let's see what we got here, shall we? Nope, don't like that fabric. That's very expensive. Oh, Tommy Hilfiger, okay. What is this? PJs? Yep. That's Plaid, not Gingham. That's another thing. A lot of times people don't label things correctly, so you've got to make your search as wide as possible to really be able to see everything that you can. Even though you might be looking for something really specific, like this print that I'm looking for, people are going to mislabel it because they don't know the difference between Plaid and Gingham, stuff like that. You really wanted to cast as wide of a net as possible. You would probably just look up red pants, but I don't have the time for that, so we're just narrowing it down a little bit. What's this? That's super cute, but that's pajamas. Wait, what? Okay, this is a lot less on here. Still more than I would like to spend. And they don't look like they have any stretch to them, which makes them unappealing. So I'm going to walk away from that, but wow, that was a huge price difference. We're gonna call it on red gingham for now. Do have a couple that I can look at and ask some questions about. Okay, now I'm looking for the blue check or blue buffalo plaid, blue plaid, light blue, picnic plaid, however you want to call it. I'm looking for that now. I found a really cute pair. I don't know if it doesn't look like they have any stretch to them, probably, so I would want to be totally sure about measurements and really think on that, but I'm going to save them because I love the print. Definitely looking for picnic plaid, not business plaid. Okay, here's another of the same pair, and I'm going to save these too because I could get more information from another seller, but if these are cheaper, I could get all that information and then go buy the cheaper pair because I know that they're the same size. Usually I do want to support the seller that's going to give me the information, so I'll put in an offer, but if they're not willing to come down and the other person has already a better price, jumpsuit is cute, but it's not really what I'm looking for, and I don't need a jumpsuit. This is also cute, but wait, what? Okay, you gotta be careful too, because sometimes they do a bait and switch on you like that. That's cute. That looks like a boutique though. I don't want to do a boutique because a lot of that is drop ship and it isn't ethical actually. It's not secondhand. Okay, I'm not gonna film me going all the way to the bottom of this because y'all are gonna be bored out of your mind, but I will do that kind of thing. Oh, those are kind of cute. They're sweatpants. That doesn't look like sweatpants on this picture. It's not the right plaid either, but I do like those. Sorry, I got distracted. So I'm gonna stop there on filming this part, but I will go down all the way to the bottom. Okay, so in addition to using vague keywords because people mislabel stuff all the time, I would also suggest being annoying and asking for measurements and stuff, because that is another downside to not being able to try it on or see it in real life before you purchase it. So I always ask about pit-to-pit measurements, and I always clarify laying flat, pit-to-pit measurement. I also ask for the flat waist measurement and rise, because without the rise you don't know where that's hitting exactly. So it could be on your hips, and that's a totally different number than on your waist. So those are things to always ask about. I always ask them about little picky things too, if it's necessary for me. Like in my case, I cannot do itchy stuff. Like I have very sensitive skin, so like a lot of wool sweaters don't work for me, stuff like that. So I always ask them their opinion. A lot of people are going to be honest. They're not going to want to sell you something that then you would find itchy, because then they're going to be dealing with a bad review or something, right? So usually they're going to be cool about it and give you an honest answer. Also, you want to be scrolling through everything if you can. This example that I've had with the red gingham pants has been pretty easy because there's not a lot for some reason on there, but sometimes you'll be scrolling down for ages.
A very, very long time.
Because there's a lot of stuff. It's like looking through every item in a store. You know, that's a pro thrift tip in store shopping. Look at every item, because you never know if it's going to be in the wrong place or if it was hidden behind something else. You want to look at every single item. Same thing for online. You also want to know synonyms for the things you're looking for. So if I'm looking for gingham, maybe it would be good to look at checker too. So I might go back and do that. It's not the exact same thing, but it's easily confused. There's also a lot of different ways to say a lot of different things. Sometimes you would consider, like an example being a jumpsuit. They're also called jumpers, but jumpers are also sweaters in the UK. So there's a lot of different combinations of search terms you could use, and I try to do as many variations as I can. So I still have some things I want to look for. I still want to get on Depop and look there too, especially for vintage stuff. I've got to ask some of the sellers some questions about sizing probably, and I got to put in offers or wait for them to give me offers and see how that goes. So it might be a little bit before I get the stuff in the mail. Gotta go wait for my packages to arrive, but stay tuned for the haul portion where I show you which things I ended up getting. And if there's any pointers you think I missed, let me know those things down in the comments below. I'm new here on the old YouTube, so if you subscribe, that helps me a ton. It allows me to work on this channel more, so please do that if you could. I would love, love, love that. Thank you. If you want to know when my next video is coming up, hit the notification bell. If you don't already, please follow me on Instagram. My username is @thrift_B, that's BEE. And thanks so much, guys. That's all for me today. Bye!